So it's like, all right, basically, you want to eat some ass? You want to eat up some ass? We can eat up some ass. Let's go. What?
Oh.
Ooh, well, hello, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Before we get ready to get into it, let's check out Sleeper.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code JOBU. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Call your shot on Sleeper and make sure you do it now because you get that $20 bonus. That's right. And a matching of $100 up to $100. So do it today. So we are here getting ready for the Dan Selio show. Super Sports Ricky, you finally got it. Yay.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
All right. And Vinny finally got his shirt too.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And of course, God, jeez. His wife is paralyzed. They got their shirts, and he said it made them cry when they got it. So shout out to Miss Tracy getting it done and taking care of business. So we're getting ready to get in here with the Dan Selio show. So let me get into the studio here and listen in. Start camera. Okay, let's see. Enter the studio.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Let me get the studio.
Dude, we got to win this weekend.
Look what I
got to fucking win.
Okay.
Please.
Look what I just tweeted. Big Sills is reporting that we're hearing that Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown is the player that said it feels like 23.
Oh, shit.
You're not shit, motherfucker.
Dude, wait. Who else? Who's been the most pissed off?
Welcome to Aisha
Who said it the most?
Robinson.
Who's been saying it every
Libra.
week? You think some obscure guy, some 50?
And Holly Pierce.
Well, let me go.
Shout out to Holly Pierce,
Who,
too.
Johan Dotson said it?
Johan Dotson.
Super
Speaking of
Sports
Johan
Ricky,
Dotson,
Logan Motorsports.
Tanner
Chris,
McKee had that boy at work
Chris
last week.
YouTube has messed
11
us up
targets,
with the ads
7
again.
catches, 95 yards and a touchdown.
Chris May,
Come on, man.
the other Chris,
If we can't run the ball.
Bertie Sanchez, Nick.
Hey,
What's
do you
up,
think
Nick?
You think Lane said that?
I think that's
You know what?
possible.
We suck. I'll admit it. We
He was
suck.
pretty pissed
but at
after,
least
too.
Yeah, he was.
the Eagles aren't running away with shit. So
It's
at
one of
least
those two
Philly.500 should be a little bit pissed today.
Because-
so
Well,
Hey,
they
we
better
have
listen
that
to
at
Lane
least.
Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they better listen to Lane Johnson.
They did a year ago. They ran the ball and they ran to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Let's do these supers before.
My lot is out there. He's doing more damage control for the Eagles than I've ever
I
seen.
know. I saw him do that fireside
Okay.
chat today.
Oh my God!
That thing was stupid too. I thought it was Nick talking.
Fireside chat. Oh, wow. Okay.
Holy
Really?
cow!
All right.
All right,
I'm ready
let's
for
do some
this.
super chats. I see the great Mark Holmes in the green room. That's going to be a
The
good one
great
today.
Mark Holmes.
I tell you what, we lose one more game. Mark Holmes gonna come on here. The tables will turn. It'll be 1v2, and he'll be putting the wood. He'll be taking the 2x4s to you and Philly.500's ass.
Bro.
If we lose one more game, man, especially if Carson Wentz and the Vikings.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell
Holy-
you this. Let me tell you what that Carolina team. Remember, we said that we thought that they'd be one of the more improved football
Yeah,
teams.
they're good.
They're
They look
fucking
good.
3-3.
Yeah.
They're looking good.
I mean, Ed Canales has turned that bullshit around down there.
Man,
Hey, Bryce Young. Bryce Young's on pace right now.
I hate these comments. Now it's like you're the 30th ranked offense in football. And if you have any objective conversation about why we're the 30th ranked offense in football.
Remember when people
now you're a
they would
Hurts
get offended when you
hater.
said that
I
Hurts
know,
wasn't a
bro,
great
Philly.
quarterback?
That's what I am. The offense fucking stinks. Blame whoever you want to blame. The thing stinks. It stinks.
Oh, I love
If
it.
that
I
makes
love
me
it.
a Hurts hater in your eyes, it is what it is. I'm loyal to the Eagles, not a player. The offense fucking stinks right now, dude.
Oh, my God.
It does. That doesn't make me a Hurts hater. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Holy shit. Here's
Oh, I'm
Kyle.
loving this.
What up,
I'm
Kyle?
loving this.
I'm starting a book club. It's called I'm Always Open. Helen Keller Can't See Me.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I said that. I don't know who has
Oh,
worse.
my
Come
God.
on, Kyle.
Hey, wait. I said I don't know who could read worse, Helen Keller or Jalen
Oh,
Hurts
shit.
when it comes to
Oh,
defense.
Wolf Yusuf, how are you doing, man? Good afternoon.
Kyle,
Thank
don't
you.
do this to me, man.
Definitely, I'm an old
Kyle,
fart.
come on, man. Oh, shit. Here's
Dude.
B.A.M. I mean, it was a vet that said it. How many dudes are left from 2023?
That's great. You're right.
There's still a good amount left.
Who? Jalen Carter ain't barking. Nolan Smith ain't going to say that. Nobody on that defense is going to say
Nobody
it.
on the. I would rule out defense.
Wow.
Yeah. It's Mulatto.
They got a rat.
Lane.
Mulatto, Landon, Lane, Cam is here.
You think Barkley would say that?
No.
No way.
wasn't here.
Barkley wasn't there.
You
Barkley-
think Jalen would say that?
Barkley wasn't on the 23 team.
Oh, that's right.
See, look
Would-
at that. I
would
know more
Jalen
shit
say
than they
that?
do.
No.
Jeff Lee, my name is Jeff.
AJ or Lane? Devontae wouldn't say that. Jake Elliott. A fucking kicker. He's not a football player, dude.
I can't
Kickers
believe
aren't
that.
football players.
Oh, I love
I can't believe. Thank you, Curtis. He says Z's not a Hurts hater. You must have only been watching for 2 weeks. Exactly, Curtis.
Either
Nobody
that or
will.
he's got a blow up doll of Hurts in his bedroom. Hey, look,
Oh,
at that
shit.
Wait a second. Look, fucking this thing is
guy.
hanging in my
I love my guy.
this fucking thing. You
Don't tell me you got
it.
don't-
Fucking offense doesn't get better than 30th. I'm gonna have to put this
Oh,
thing
my
through
goodness.
a paper shredder.
Mark,
If
hey,
this
hey,
fucking
Mark.
offense doesn't get better than 30th.
Oh my
I'm gonna have to put
God.
this through a fucking
Shit.
paper shredder.
Oh,
This thing's
shit.
been was on my wall for a year.
Well, wait a minute. From what I heard, just from sources, Mark Holmes, when he lays down in his bed, when he looks
Oh,
at
here we
his
go.
ceiling, there's a poster of Dak straight up like that. So I'm dead.
No, Mark
Dak is playing great.
Mark has a different metric for success this year. Nobody expected the Cowboys to be good. So you don't have to be, we're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. So all Mark has to do is if
Win
the
9
Cowboys
games.
continue to perform offensively,
Yeah.
which their defense is awful. It's
Awful.
the worst thing I've seen.
Just
Holy
awful.
shit, it's bad. But their offense is incredible, you know.
That
And the Eagles don't reach their goal, you know.
that Cowboy team can beat that Eagle team.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Brother, we just got beat by the New York Giants without
There you
Malik
go.
Willis on Thursday Night Football. Anybody can beat this team right now.
Including Sunday.
We got a lot of supers coming in. Here's Christopher. Why can't people criticize Hurts without saying you hate
Wow.
Hurts? He isn't saying because people are pea brains, Christopher. They don't know how to fucking
Super
think
Sports
logically.
Ricky, I'll try,
Well, Big
man.
Mark says,
I'm
Xander, ain't
gonna
no
take
way
the
in
high
hell I
road.
would let Dak's meat gobbler Marky come in here and run amok. Not happening. Big Marsh, we're leaving a leg to stand on, my boy.
Oh, man.
All right. Dude, Dak Prescott doesn't even have CeeDee Lamb right now. He's got George Pickens looking like he's prime Devontae Adams. Are you kidding me?
Who else is he throwing to, man?
Oh, shit.
Like, who the fuck else is who's on that Cowboy team?
Meanwhile, we paid $200 million for our offense, and we could barely move the thing.
And you got everybody on the planet complaining right
shit.
now. Who the fuck do the Cowboys have at depth there with this? So this is who he's throwing to. He's throwing to Jalen Tolbert, George Pickens,
Dude, look at this. Look,
and who's this guy? Ryan Florina?
look
Illinois.
at this. Underdog. Hurts on passes over 10 yards this season. 10 of 28, 4.8 passer rating. Read that again. 4.8
4.8.
passer rating. 35%
Yeah.
completion,
Yeah.
30th in accuracy, and 35% completion rate.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and I'm a Hurts hater for pointing that out. Dude, that's just bad, man. With the best receivers and maybe the best tandem of receivers in
And
football.
Barkley.
And Barkley and that
Wow.
offensive line.
Look, he's got the upside down eagle flag. Anyone defending Hurts play right now must rewatch the Super Bowl every Sunday when they're playing. Get off to eat. Get over it. I don't know what that means. Anthony says Cowboys are the 2024 Bengals. They might be.
That's a perfect analogy.
That defense is terrible. Hangover. No, Jalen Hurts' belly is full. No longer hungry. How can you trust the preparation when we busy going to Met Galas and photo shoot? I don't care what he does. Just play football.
I heard that Jordan said lose my number.
No. Rico says, now we didn't prioritize the trenches, and it's not working out. 215 Philly, what's up, brother? He has bad footwork, can't process or read anything, has bad mechanics as a quarterback in the pocket. That's way too many flaws for a starting quarterback, period.
Wow.
He struggles when he passes, dude. When
I'm
he can play
enjoying
off
this
schedule,
right now.
off script, and run the ball, he's a good quarterback. When you don't have that, though, he struggles.
He's limited. People in Philly are having such a tough time with this conversation. He's a limited quarterback. He's fucking limited.
Wow.
And they hire coordinators that don't fucking fit.
I know. Well, do they not fit, or does the offense is it just as too limited for it to fit?
This does my heart good.
Dirty D says,
This
I don't
does
blame
my
the
heart
MetLife
good.
turf has ended more careers than Lawrence
Logan
Taylor.
Motorsport, what's going on, man?
James said, hey, Zay, you said the league is catching up to the RPO from the 22 season, but their Colts are running the same offense and flourishing. Yeah, but Danny Dimes is a different quarterback.
But they have Jonathan
Danny
Taylor.
Dimes is, oh my God.
Running
You
at
didn't say
5-7
Danny
clip
Dimes
right
is
now.
a different quarterback.
Yeah, with 7 tutties already.
You
And
can
Daniel
run that
Jones.
RPO.
Lord.
Daniel Jones is balling out, dude. He might be one of the leaders in the MVP race right now.
And when you have a guy that's on pace for 1,700 yards, you can run that RPO.
Here's JD. Best duo on YouTube, the bad boy Pistons of Philly media.
Yeah.
Jacob is king. Thank you, JD. D's Nuz says,
Damn,
it
they got
feels
a lot
like
of
the
super
worry
chats.
we had after the Tampa game last year. It really is to be determined if this is the 23 team.
Who needs hater when
If
they
we
have a
lose
fan
Sunday,
base like this?
it'll
For
certainly
real.
feel a lot more like 23 than 24.
Nick, you're right.
Brother,
We might
if
lose this
Sunday, it's
weekend, but we
gonna
might
feel
win
a
too.
lot more worse
But we
than
weren't
that.
expected to
This
be,
city is gonna be in
Super Bowl
collective
contenders.
Panic. Don't go outside if you're in the city of Philadelphia. I got my Broad Street tickets right here. Look, their new thing is they ticket you by camera now if you're going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit.
When
I'm
the
going to be getting a
Futures
couple
Eagles
of these
lost
next
week
week.
12, I would
let me
love
ask you
that,
this.
Chris.
Does
Shout out to Chris May.
Philly have more drama than the Cowboys right now?
It seems like it.
Philly have more drama?
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's partly made. I mean, look, we are a town that creates drama. It is what it is, but
I
we
think
got
you
a
do have
powerful
more
media
drama.
contingency. We're a pressurized town. We're a pressurized
we moved
city.
on from Michael
and
Parsons.
it is what it is. It comes with the territory. Let's get to my boy, Mr. Hill. I think I missed him. Mr. Hill, I'll get to it. Richard Butt says, let's effing go. Xander time, baby. I love it. I'm still waiting for Philly.500 to join in.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Josh says,
he's
Wilson
okay.
was
So
Mr.
I got to sit
Unlimited.
here and
Jalen
wait
is
for
Mr.
Philly.
Limited.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anthony says,
I see.
And yet the same
My time
Eagles team
doesn't
beat
mean
Kansas
shit.
City. No. Oh, yeah, this year. Rams, Bucks, and Cowboys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true, Anthony.
And then lost and turned around and lost to the Giants, who
And
might
by
not
the way, they
have
won their
five
games in Liars Month.
Randy, how you
Right.
doing, Randy?
He says,
Randy
and Mr.
Crow?
Hill says, would you trade AJ to the Bengals for T. Higgins and make
Yeah,
Smitty
we
the
ain't
number
looking
one?
good, Miss Holly.
Why would you bring back T. Higgins?
D Money, what's up, man?
Why?
AJ to the
Mr. Hill, answer me this. Get rid of AJ to bring back T. Why? So you get the same problems?
You know where I would trade AJ? Carolina.
For who?
I don't know. Who do they have down there? Anybody? And plus, you know why?
Send him to New England for Milton Williams.
No,
Yeah.
hey, you know what
I'm kidding, everybody. For everyone who's that's not equal value.
No, you know what I want to do? I want to be able to trade AJ so that I can go get a quarterback in next year's draft.
Oh, shit.
How about this? If this guy continues to keep playing the way he is, would you draft a quarterback in the 3rd round next year?
Shoo.
Why? You got Tanner McKay.
Okay. Well, I might need someone else.
This is crazy.
Maybe. Here's Jay, last one, and then we'll go to the Battle Royale. Jay says, it's funny, Dallas got a couple key stops in Carolina, and Dak didn't come through. It'll be swept under the rug because of their defense. Stat quarterback. Well, it's fair. He had an opportunity late, Jay, and he didn't capitalize on it. But, I mean, come on, if you're watching those Cowboys games, problem number one is far from Dak Prescott right now. It is.
How about this? I'll make this point to you about the Cowboy roster. If I were to put the Cowboy roster in the top 32 and you take Prescott off that team, it's a top 10 shitty roster football team.
Yeah.
Well, they also, how many offensive line were they missing? Were they missing a bunch of line last week, or was that the
3.
They were missing 4.
Mark, do that again. How many O-line were they missing last week,
They were
Mark?
missing 4.
They were missing 3. 3 last week.
3.
3 old linemen.
All right, so it's good stuff. We got everybody riled
Bro,
up.
you all right? You all right, man?
We need a win. We need a win. If we
All
don't
right.
get a win, we're in trouble.
All right, let's see what happens here. Boy, this ought to be interesting because, dude, belt to ass on that Giant.
Dude, get me
Do you
off this
agree?
stuff.
Do you
Wait,
agree?
I gotta
Before I bring the guys in, that Giant team ain't winning more than 7 games. There's no fucking way.
We missed Abe's super. You missed Abe's super.
Okay.
So
all right.
this is looking more like a collective situation. Ego is running through Howie and Sirianni and wanting to choose a quarterback who is never going to throw the ball to being able to and winning the Super Bowl. Boosted ego. That's a little bit of hindsight 2020 though, Abe.
Sirianni's a buffoon.
Damn. They're eating their own young
Big
up
time,
in here.
Dude.
Holy
see you,
shit.
So the other day I had Howard Eskin on. Howard Eskin got, and I think all of the platforms, he's got like 500,000 views. When he said bench hurts.
Ooh, shit.
Bench, one of the legendary sports talkers, said bench hurts. He said
You're winning on the other team.
best
Shout out to Ace
quarterback
Robinson.
on the team is Tanner McKee. For this offense, because the quarterback is limited as a passer. Let's try to dissect all this. Now, the Cowboys, they drop a game to a Carolina team that's now 3-3 on the season. I mean, they've improved.
Which one is worse? Which one is worse?
Carolina, how about this? Bryce Young's on pace for 3,800 passing yards and 30 touchdowns. He's gotten better. Under Dave Canales, he's getting better. You know why? They hired a play-calling head football coach that's improving the quarterback. Did you think you were going to turn that shit around in 1 year in Carolina? How about last one before we bring the fellas in? Here's another one. Spencer Rattler, would anybody in here think he's a good player? Spencer Rattler right now in New Orleans. Mickey Loomis has destroyed that team for 6 fucking years.
Yeah.
He was hired in February, right? Kellen Moore? Mm-hmm. Spencer Rattler's on pace for 3,500 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, and 3 picks. And he's on pace for 375 passes.
Yeah.
Jalen had 361 last year because they had to run the ball because the guy's limited.
Shout out to Greg. Welcome. Buddy.
All of that said,
D-Money, what's going on?
this is going to be some fireworks here, I believe. Without further ado, Mr. Content himself from the Dallas Cowboys. He is Mark Holmes. And from Philadelphia, PA, baby, the legend, Philly.500 joins us now.
What's up?
So, I mean, how you fellas doing today?
Are you asking me first? Well,
Yeah, we're asking first.
Well, let me say, my team is ass on defense. We got an all-world offense, and unfortunately, we got the best offense in football and by far the worst defense in football. So we are, two-faced, and we suck. But then we were supposed to suck because we traded away our best defensive player. We got all new coaches and stuff. We're the 3rd youngest team in the NFL. We're supposed to stink. How about you guys? How y'all doing over there?
Yeah, some of us care about winning and losing.
Oh, I care. Oh, believe me, I care.
Oh, yeah,
I
it sounds
especially
like
care about the Giants winning against your ass.
We see Mark all season come in miserable every time we do this. Every week he's miserable. Now he's all happy after Dallas just
Misery loves company, bro.
Carolina. I'm miserable because I expect more from my team than you do, because my team actually wins games when it matters. Most of the time, we're going through a little stretch right now. I hope to turn it around. But hey, I'm not happy about loss. And if I was the Cowboys and I watched my great quarterback choke when he needed the game-winning drive versus the Carolina Panthers, I wouldn't feel too good either.
Okay,
just saying.
Let me ask you this. Hold on, because I want to actually answer what Jay was saying about this, and I agree. We didn't get that last drive in there, but we're at the point where we have to score on every single play. So let me ask you this, Philly: when it was 20-17 against the Giants, what did your guy do the next 4 drives?
In and
Didn't
out.
do nothing.
Including an interception at the end there. So,
Yeah,
you know,
he
pot
didn't
me
play
kettle.
good.
Pot me kettle,
he
okay?
didn't play good,
I'm
but
old
I
enough
can
to remember
admit-
when you guys would
I
get
can
butthurt when
admit-
somebody said that Jalen
I
Hurts
can
isn't the
admit-
greatest quarterback out there.
Okay.
No, that's not
wait,
what anybody ever got
wait.
butthurt.
Oh, my God.
That's not true.
Please.
Let me go to Philly first. Let me
See,
go to
I can admit my guy didn't play good. He can't admit it. He's got to do videos. This Dak Prescott didn't throw anybody over the bus. I sent you that, Sills. Most ridiculous stuff. He's more worried about Dak Prescott than his actual team.
Are you saying you'd rather have the way
truth.
your quarterback's playing versus how my
I would rather
quarterback's
have
playing?
my team win.
Oh, I'd rather have my team win too. I would too. But that's not my problems right now.
Let me ask you this then. Okay. So Philly, do you believe that Jalen Hurts is a limited passer in the passing game?
I believe that the offense that they run is going to limit him as a passer in the passing game.
So then you're saying the coach is incompetent?
Yes. The damn coach stinks. That's what I've been saying for years. I believe that his offense stinks.
Okay, because it's either one or the other. The quarterback's incompetent or the coach. So they bring in Kevin Petula, okay, right?
Yeah.
They brought him in for Nick, not for Jalen. They stopped developing him. Why?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. My conspiracy theory is that Petula is nothing but a front man for Nick Sirianni to run the offense. And that Nick knew if Petula could get the job, then he could have the control he wants over that offense.
Why are you paying $51 million in receivers?
Dude, I wish I knew.
And not throwing the ball.
I wish I knew. This is what I yell at the TV every week. I don't know. It's very frustrating. Absolutely.
Can I, as a neutral party here,
go ahead, Mark.
from the outside
But
looking
you're
in?
not a neutral party.
No. I actually am. Okay, because we're going through the same thing that you are with our defense right now. Here's the reality of it. Doc Walker famously said, "It's hard to be hungry when your refrigerator's full." Okay, so that's the first thing. You guys won the Super Bowl.
Walker.
Okay, the second part of it is you guys went into the season still kind of beat up. I don't care what the play calling is. Saquon is now getting hit behind the line of scrimmage, where last year he was getting 4 yards past the line of scrimmage before contact.
Mark,
okay?
Here's that number for you. 36% of the time, Saquon Barkley is getting hit in 2025 behind the LOS. Where last year, he wasn't getting hit for almost 4 yards. There lies the difference in this team. So go ahead, I'm sorry about that.
And when you can run the football, generally speaking, you have a lot easier as far as it is passing. It's not just the play caller. That's part of it. But it's also the players that are out on the field, too. It's not the same team.
Of course.
And they're still, so it's collectively. And I could look at it with my defense right now and say, it's easy to say Matt Everfoot sucks, but we've changed, coordinators every single year. The reality is this: there's no easy fix for our defense. We don't have the players. Whether we had Micah Parsons or not right now, we are so far over. You just got to live with it at this moment.
Here's the one thing that's different that Philly, and I think a lot of people in Philadelphia are having a tough time coming to this conclusion here. Okay, well, if all of that is true and he can pass, so the organization doesn't hire people to fucking throw the ball or to accentuate the guy, because you know why? They don't believe in the quarterback's ability to throw the ball. Or guess what? They would do it.
I agree. I think the coaches do not believe or do not give him enough room to be able to go out and throw the ball. I don't understand why that if, you say, okay, this is a Jalen Hurts weakness that he has in the passing game. Why don't you work on it? Why don't you get better at it? It feels like they have stopped developing him. It really does. And I think obviously it's not just one thing, right? There's a bunch of different things happening, and it all comes together to cause all these problems. But I do think that Jalen Hurts, I said this, I think he plays with one hand behind his back, oftentimes with these coaches. Now, my question is does Jalen Hurts like to play the playbook that they're running? Does he actually like this? Because if he doesn't like this, and then the receivers don't like it, and the offensive line don't like it, and nobody likes it, then the coaches are not listening to the players. So either Hurts is behind this and loves what they're doing and just thinks they're not executing well, or the coaches are not listening to the players, or, because why else would you keep doing something that nobody wants to do?
Well, Xander played a bite yesterday that said that Jalen Hurts said that the offense is going to look like the way I want it to look. Those were his words.
Yeah. But he also said at one point after, I think it was the Rams game, that they need to be more aggressive. This is what they need to do, like what they did in the second half. So he's saying two different things then.
Okay. Hey, Mark, there's a comment coming out of Dallas. It looks like, and Dallas has been kicking the can down the road when it comes to trying to get a defensive player. That overrated Trey Hendrickson we're talking about, I mean, he makes no impact on the football team. He's 31. I'm not paying that guy $31 million. So to me, maybe something on a lesser type of move, maybe you're talking about a Chubb or something like that, because between you and Philly, you're in desperate need of, I'm going to get to Philly in a minute when it comes to their edges and who potentially could be playing corner in this Vikings game. But for you, I mean, do you think they're going to make a move before November 4th?
I think that they would. It's going to take them actually winning a couple games and looking, reasonable. If you beat Washington, maybe you look at that and say we're not that far off because you're now in second place, especially if the Eagles have problems in Minnesota. But in my rationale, we got so many problems in there. One player's not going to make that much of a difference. As much as people, still kill us about Micah Parsons, he's only got 2.5 sacks in the season. Do you really look and say that he's taking that defense to another level? I don't. I really don't. And if he was here, yeah, we'd be a little bit better, but we stunk last year when he was here still.
Yeah, but the Packers are fifth. The Packers are fifth total right now.
Yeah, but do you look at that and say it's because Micah Parsons in there and that's
no?
alone?
They've got players, but I mean, he's in a better situation right now. But listen, I think you're playing better football right now. So, Philly, I'm going to go to you on this one now. So potentially, you're rolling into this game against the Vikings with Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson at corner, and Jalix Hunt and Azeez Ujulari playing edge. How you feel about that?
No problem. No sweat. No.
That's where we were last week.
Oh man, I definitely don't like what our secondary is right now. I'm not happy with where the defense is specifically. Like, we talk so much about the offense. I do feel like they have the pieces to fix the offense in-house. On the defensive side of the ball, I don't think they do, especially at the edge rusher. So I think it's going to continue to be a problem until we can either get somebody in here, get Q healthy. I also was listening to you guys, coming in, and you were saying that like Q was back at practice or Dickerson was back at practice. I think this is a giant mistake. Why are we rushing these guys back? Part of the problem is they've been hurt all year, like Dickerson. I don't think it helps us to rush these guys back. My biggest fear right now for this team is that they're going to come out and they're going to try to just run the ball, be one-dimensional, and fall right into the same trap of the first 3-4 weeks of the season. And then defense gets tired, they're on the field, and then they give up the big plays to guys like Jefferson. That's what worries me.
Hey, Mark, you got the Commanders this weekend. What you're saying then right now is that game's going to determine the type of equity that Jerry's going to want to give up. Because if they win that game, let's be candid here. There's no dominant team in the NFC right now. There's just not. Not right now. There's just, this thing's wide open. Everybody's sitting where they are. Even that Buck team sitting at 5-1. Bro, they got so many injuries on that team. I'm not buying that thing right now. There's so many injuries on that football team. So, you think this Commander game is going to tell a lot on what Jerry's going to do, whether or not he's going to be looking for the April draft or whether he's going to be looking for free agents maybe to try to get themselves in that postseason. And who knows what happens with the war of attrition.
Well, here's the reality is this is a huge game. The Commanders and the Cowboys are playing for something. If the Commanders win and they go to 4-3, you look a hell of a lot better than you do if you go 3-4. And for us, if we go 2-4-1, you're looking at the point of the season's over. We have the worst schedule, the toughest schedule left in football this year. I think the Eagles have the third. Yep. I think Washington has the fourth, and the Giants have the fifth. So it ain't getting better. We can't beat the guys we thought that were going to be slump busters in Chicago and Carolina. So if we can't beat those guys and we can't beat Washington, you pack it in. Now, the Cowboys, if they were to go, but again, you brought up Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb would help if you went out and got somebody like a Demario Davis. You talk to Kellen Moore and say, hey, we'll make a trade for you. We'll bring in Demario Davis and put him in the middle of the field and hopefully slowly bring along Overshown. Then you might end up improving a defense enough that you might be able to have some hope. If the Cowboys do somehow go through this gauntlet and make the playoffs, at least you're going to say that they're battle-tested and they might actually be better in the playoffs.
How about this? So I'll ask
better than what?
Better than they usually are. Because what we always get is, well, the Cowboys have a cake schedule. They didn't beat anybody. They only win games in the NFC East.
Nah, the ace card will be played in the playoffs. Choking Dak.
All right.
An easy ace card.
Okay, but again,
as usual,
we're in October here. So,
I know.
Hey, Mark. Your boy Dak is on right now. He's going to throw for around 4,600 yards and 40 touchdowns and 9 picks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
he's having an MVP season.
Won't get it. They won't give it to him. And you can't. And how can you give it to him with a team that's going to be ass?
No,
this is Cincinnati all over again from last year.
Yeah, he's doing in Dallas what Joe Burrow does in
amazing
because
amazing.
The football. Well, he doesn't sign players and draft players, Philly.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
No, the defense is.
Well, hell, any quarterback who can actually throw the football looks amazing to you, Philly.
How is that on him? That's like saying you're blaming James.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying he's amazing. I mean, the guy does amazing things on field. No,
he's not having a great season.
To me, it's like, okay, yeah, great stats you put up versus Carolina, great. But when the game was on the line, the guy goes 3-and-out. They didn't punt the whole game.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
That 3-and-out.
What else can he do?
I think that counts for something because that's the knock on the guy from.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold it back up for a second.
You got a loaded roster. He has dick.
Look, bro, we were so bad on defense. Now check this out. When Bryce Young threw past the sticks, he was 8 of 9. For 167 yards and a 153.3 rating. He was perfect every time he threw down the field. And your only takeaway is, well, Dak sucked. Dude.
No, I didn't say Dak
freaking Young is looking like Joe Montana.
I said that. I said what
oh
I said
God.
was. No, Joe Montana won Super Bowls. Joe Montana.
Did you look at the defense that Joe Montana had?
As good as your guy was for 3.5 quarters, when it mattered the most, he didn't do anything. That's the knock on this guy for his entire
and how
career.
much and how many times? How many quarters did your guys do it this week?
My guy stuck.
How many times? How many times in the second half of games this season has your guy done it?
Don't want.
Mark,
Mark, you won 2 more games than your guy.
Hold on, Mark. This guy's won a shitload of football games. I mean,
and you've been shitting on him all season.
He's. How worried are you? I mean, are you concerned at all about the inability of Howie Roseman to replace the players on the football team? And I want to give you a little bit of a rundown here. So, Mark, listen to this. Milton Williams is playing first team All-Pro football. Josh Sweat is one of the top pass rushers in the league. Isaiah Rodgers is one of the top corners in the league right now. Okay? Yeah. And all of those guys, if you look at it, Milton Williams, his football team might make the playoffs this year. They're the number 1 team in the AFC East, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Who have you name me one player Howie Roseman has replaced any of one of those guys?
I can't. He has not. He's had a horrible, horrible offseason.
Wow.
This is one of the worst off seasons he's had in a long time. And I can't really not like I can't kill him for it because I bought into it. I told you I thought Nolan Smith and I thought Jalen Hunt, I thought they were going to be ready to take over. I was clearly wrong, 100,000% wrong with those guys. And it's costing us dearly. If he would have just brought maybe one or two of those guys, it'd be a different story. But he didn't. I mean, I just keep thinking about CJ not being there and then Isaiah Rodgers not being there. If you could just add those two guys to your secondary right now, we'd be talking a lot differently. But he took a chance that the guys that he thought were going to produce haven't. So far, they haven't. And it's killing us. It's killing us.
How about this, Mark, for you? Mm-hmm. Do you believe that this football team here, the Dallas Cowboys, when you guys play them, I believe a little bit later on in the – where are you right now in the schedule here where you play them? You play them on November 23rd. You think this football team could beat that team? At home.
I think we got a good chance to. I think we had a lot better chance than we did last year. If the Eagles, you guys are beat up, and it seems like the law of averages is finally catching up with you. It seems like Howie has been so good for so long, and you look at the lack of injuries that you guys have had. All of a sudden, it's kind of swinging back to maybe a little bit worse than usual, and now you're having to deal with that adversity. Right now, as bad as that defense is, I don't know that you're going to win too many games. But the hope on the Cowboys is going to be if you get CeeDee Lamb back, if we get back the other three offensive linemen, that maybe this offense will be perfect.
Can you win 9 or 10 games, you think? With this?
I think you still have a chance. I still think you have a chance to win 9. Whether or not you do, I don't know. But it's going to take getting back those other guys healthy and the defense being some remnants of a defense.
Philly, do you think this is fixable for the Eagles?
I think it is fixable. However, that Giant game really bothered me because I felt that game really looked like 2023. That was the first time I saw a team that came out with no effort. I thought they didn't look like they wanted to be on the field. And I got the sense that by halftime they quit, especially defensively. And I didn't see that since 2023. So my big fear isn't that they don't have the talent or they can't right the ship. It's whether the coach still got the locker room. Or is he losing the locker room? Are these guys tuning him out? Are these guys listening? I think this Minnesota game is going to tell us everything we need to know. Because if they come out and they look like they did versus Giants, and I'm not talking about whether win or lose. You can lose a close game, right? But the effort's got to be there. They've got to start to get things right. And I didn't like the whole thing.
You're right. They laid down in the fourth quarter. They did. And they looked like they were checked out. And, you got, their quarterback sitting there diving for extra yards and our guys just standing around looking. They're doing backflips in the end zone. I didn't like the look. And I don't know why that's coming up again 2 years later, except to say that I truly believe that there's something the coaches are doing. Head coach.
And they're not listening to the players. It's my own personal thought because you have A.J. Brown comes out and speaks, right? I think he was speaking for multiple people on that team. I don't think he was just speaking for A.J. Brown. Then you have the whole thing where, it just seems like when they came out of that Tampa game, I remember the second half, they were up 24-6, and I'm like, why does this team look like dejected? They look like they're down about something. Like, I just think something's off. So to me, I want to see how they respond. We're going to either go the way we did last year, where we right the ship and we go and we're successful, have a great year, or we're going to totally collapse. All right. I don't think there's in between.
Let me ask you then, do you feel more that it's closer to 23's team? Or do you think that do you feel that it's closer to 24's team?
I still think closer to 2024 because it was only that one game that I saw it. But if I start seeing it in multiple games, I don't care who they're playing. They're gonna go on a big losing streak. Like if you lose the next 2 games, you're done. Like you know what I mean? Like you've got
then you got Green Bay. Then you got Green Bay and Detroit after the bye.
Yeah, but it was the effort. It was just the way they looked. It's like something you could tell is not right.
You're right. It's one thing to lose a ball game. It's another thing to get belt to ass like that and then lay down like that. So, Mark, tell me this: who have you been most impressed with? Not named Dak Prescott on your football team this year so far. I mean, who has stepped up and you went, I'll tell you what, I didn't expect that. Or is there anyone, or is it really just one guy that's kind of carrying the football team?
I'm going to say, of course, George Pickens, because for him, the thing that's actually been working really good with him, with CeeDee Lamb not being there, typically they try and move CeeDee Lamb a lot on the offense, and George Pickens was more stationary. But with CeeDee Lamb being out, they've realized George Pickens moving around keeps his focus, and he is a much better weapon. So I'm actually really, really impressed with him. After everything that you heard about him, that he's a cancer, that he's ready to implode and everything else, he has been great. And I will say, even though it didn't show this past week in the running game, our offensive line was not we weren't good on either side of the trenches last week. But Javonte Williams actually being able to run the football the way he has actually made a difference for this team.
Couple last ones here. By the way, Philly.500 playing hurt for us here, man. We appreciate you, homie, doing that.
Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm fine.
So what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to ask each of you to give your analysis on the opposing teams. Philly, first, I want to hear what you think of the 2025 Dallas Cowboys.
I think they're the most overrated 2-win team I've ever seen in my life. I think that I think Dak is doing typical things. So I think he's consistently great in September, good in October, but loses when it matters the most. I think the defense stinks, and I think that they're really lucky to have even 2 wins. Should have lost to the Giants. That's 100% sure. So they should have 1 win. I think. I'm just telling you. He asked what I thought about the 25 Cowboys. I think they're overrated. I think they should have 1 win, and I think that it's going to be consistent losing as we go later on in the year. I think they're going to stink the rest of the year.
Now, Mark, your analysis on the Philadelphia Eagles 2025.
Super Bowl hangover, okay, that they came into the season fat and happy, okay. Guys like Jalen Carter aren't performing like they did last year. I'm trying to figure out why. What was his problem last week? I don't know. He just isn't playing.
Well, here's the rumor is that Drew Rosenhaus went to him and said this. It said, listen, because we got a contract coming up, that it might not be in your best interest to put shitty tape on because he hasn't been playing. And by the way, there's a couple teammates of mine that work for Drew Rosenhaus that are in that office who I spoke to. One of the reasons, because I talked to Clint Hurt, who's the defensive line coach. He didn't know until game time that he wasn't playing. He was assuming he was playing. And so just to throw that in there for you. Go ahead, please continue.
Your offensive line is not good right now. And what's happened is everybody thinks that Jalen Hurts is the, reincarnation of the greatest quarterbacks combined put together. The reality is the guy needs help and he's not getting the help, and that's why he's been exposed. I will say you are really 1 loss away from Carson Wentz to the season being blown up and everything hitting the fan. You right the ship this week, maybe you can limp through and get it turned around. But right now, that is a disaster waiting to happen.
Retort, Philly. Anything?
I don't have anything to say about that. I agree. I agree. I mean,
are you kidding?
I agree. No, we haven't been good. We're beat up, obviously, on the offensive line. We haven't played good offensively, right? Now we're in a situation where we've lost only 2 games, but it feels like you've lost 10 games. You know that there's things boiling over in that locker room. You've seen it on the field Thursday. So if they do lose to Minnesota, I think it depends how they lose. But if they come out with a little effort, I do think all hell's going to break loose. I do.
Can I
I
say
agree.
one thing?
Sure.
The demeanor in you, the change you had, you're now saying things like you never say before.
Well, wait,
you're saying,
because
oh no, hold
Giant
on.
look
He's
is
saying
different.
if we lose, you never say we're going to lose. You always say we're going to take care of this.
Well,
There
no,
seems to
I
be
mean,
doubt in your mind.
I think they're going to win, but what I don't like is the way they played against the Giants. It felt different. So I want to see how they respond to that. This was a team that was coming off a loss where they blew a lead, and they came out and they looked like they didn't want to play on Thursday versus the Giants. So I want to see, based upon what we saw 2 years ago, I don't want to see them go down that route again. But I think depending upon how they come out is going to show us a lot. Do you remember when we collapsed before? We lose to the Niners, then we lose to Seattle, we lose to Dallas, Seattle. But it was like every week it was getting worse and worse, where it just like they were checking out. They weren't playing. And then it got to the point where you were playing Arizona. You knew they were going to lose before they took the field. You knew they were going to lose the Giants. You knew they were going to lose Tampa. So I think this is an important week to show that they still have fight left and that they can right the ship. And if they lose a game and they play really good and they play tough and they fought, I can live with that and move on. But if they play the way they played against the Giants, I think that there's bigger problems.
Why is it so important? Why is it so important right now for the Eagles to make stories out there that they did everything in their power now to try to bring back Isaiah Rodgers, and you're lining up to play against it? It's almost like they're in like damage control. I mean,
what? I didn't hear that.
There's a report here now that's being reported that the Eagles did attempt to re-sign Isaiah Rodgers and were passive in their offer to the Vikings cornerback. Why is that important for them to get that out now, after the fact, when they're blowing dog at corner?
I guess because they're blowing dog at corner. You want to tell your side story. I guess I don't know. It's the first I've heard of it, but
yeah, it just popped up right now. So, all right, here it is, the last one, guys. We'll start with you, Mark. Commanders. Do you win the ball game, yes or no? Tell me what you think the score will be.
Well, here's the interesting thing is it seems like the home teams in the NFC East playing against each other have been winning. So we've got the Commanders at home, and Washington, Jalen Daniels is having that sophomore slump. I think we got a good chance at that.
Give me a score.
Oh, shit. Let's see. Jalen Daniels and the way everybody else has been playing, he'll get about 35 points. Say 41-35. Okay.
Oh, high scoring.
We got no defense. Okay. We have to score high to win. Okay.
Hey, Philly, I'm going to ask you one extra question. Mark, be listening to this. Howard Eskin came on my program and said the best quarterback on the team right now for this group is Tanner McKee.
Oh, shit.
If they lose that ball game on Sunday, the quarterback throws for 90 yards or 105 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I'm not benching anybody. However, the conversation becomes a little bit more of a conversation, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, you already got people talking like it, so I assume that it would. But I mean, it's not something that I would even consider or think about. I don't look. I've listened to Howard Eskin for years and years and years. Let me tell you something. All right, I like the guy, I do, but he always takes, as long as I've listened to him, always takes the front office or coach's side of everything. So it doesn't surprise me in some ways that he would say something like that. And as far as Tanner McKee goes, I like Tanner McKee, but I mean, we've hardly seen him play. How could we possibly know that that's true? So I don't put much stock into it. I just think he's blaming the players again.
Okay. All that being said, Vikings, Eagles, it's in Minneapolis. You tell me what happens and how are you feeling on Monday? What happens in this ball game against Brian Flores' defense?
I think the Eagles are going to come out and play their best game. I think Saquon's going to have a great game. I think it will be. I think it will go back and forth early. I think the Eagles will give up some big plays, some big touchdowns. Probably, I'm assuming Q won't play. I think the Eagles win at the end, though, 28-21.
Wow.
And we right the ship.
Boy, what if Wentz wins that game on Sunday?
It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. You know, especially if, like I said, if they play with no effort, if they play like they played against the Giants, it's going to be ugly.
How many yards?
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. One thing. I think this coach, you got to watch. He panics. He panics in situations like this. Look what he did with Sean Desai. He fired him. I think it helped blow the whole thing up even worse. Will he panic again? Will he do something again if they lose? That's the question.
That go for 450 on Sunday?
He might have to. Here's a little tidbit that just came across that Carson Wentz will be practicing this week and plans to be available whether or not he starts to play.
Dak will throw for 450, and then he'll throw the game losing interception with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, he'll throw a month's worth in one game of your guy.
And then Mark will get up there and go, "It's not Dak's fault. Don't blame Dak. It's not Dak didn't throw anybody under the bus like he's supposed to throw people under the bus."
Mark, I will admit, man, that is your boy.
Listen, what would the Cowboys be without Dak Prescott? Seriously.
A three-win team.
I don't know that they're a 3-win team with him. Okay, let's be real here.
Let's get it tied.
That's a good question. What are the Eagles without Hurts? They're probably a 10-win
better.
team. No?
What are they right now? I don't think they've got 4 wins. I think they've probably got 2 wins right now.
You're right.
But listen, the thing with shit, I forgot what I was going to say. It was something about Dak.
Philly reminds me right now of Xander. Xander's been so pissed off since that belt to ass game.
Oh my God!
On Thursday, you know what? Both of these guys are doing this. I agree with both of them on this point. Dude, it's one thing to lose. It's another thing to get your fucking head kicked in by.
That's what bothers me.
Bro, I watched you and Xander post game, man. Xander went off for hours.
Bro, let me tell you this. Listen to this, Mark. They activated 4 practice squad guys from the practice squad, the Giants, and beat the tar knobs off them
after losing to New Orleans on Sunday.
I mean, Jackson Dart. Who was that out there? And you got who's the white guy? Scatabo? The dude was running
Scatabo, yeah.
He scammed the hell out you, Philly.
I'll tell you what, man. You see Zach Bond get trucked in the end zone almost?
Yeah. I mean, I saw a run over Jordan Davis too. I telling you, man, there's some, times you win or lose a game. It's like, all right, like even that Denver game, you lost. Okay, it sucked, but you blew it. But then there's games like this, then we didn't even show up. Like this coach did not have this team ready to go.
Wait a minute, Billy, we got some help for you. The Eagles have just signed defensive end Titus Leo and Jaheim Bell to the practice squad.
That's what I've been waiting for. It's all over now. Watch out.
Guys, I will catch you. You are absolutely spectacular as always.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys check out the legendary Philly.500's great show. And also Mark, who does a spectacular job when his program and his content covering the Dallas Cowboys. Guys, I appreciate you.
Thank you, my man.
It's getting to be more fun.
I even did this for you. I don't know if you're doing it, Philly, on your channel, but since you're doing the show, I liked it, and I threw it over to my Facebook as well, too. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate that, bro.
You got it.
All right?
Appreciate it.
Guys, I appreciate you, man. I'll see you guys soon, man. Thank you.
Awesome. Take
Great
care.
stuff, man. Great stuff with these guys. Philly is pissed off. Philly.500, he's got a little Xander attitude in him right now. See, Mark is just resigned to. You know what he's resigned to? Hey, look, man, if I win 9 games, this is going to be so good a year. And as long as Dak throws for $5,000 and 40 touchdowns, I'm fucking good.
Oh, wait a minute.
You know what? Get this, because the Cowboys, and I agree with him, the Cowboys have done such a horrific job at doing anything defensively on that team. Anything that they do right now will be Band-Aids. Same thing with the Eagles, by the way. If the Eagles sign
There's
anybody
no fixing it
before November 4th, this is Band-Aid shit. This
That's
is
the
not
truth.
going to be high-end. You think Jerry Jones is really going to give up first and second round picks, knowing full well he'll be hijacked, and he'd rather wait for the offseason. Dude, if Jones wins 9-10 games, that's not worth me going for a first rounder. Now, I will say this. If the Cowboys beat the Commanders on Sunday, I think that changes the dynamic. Because then they'll say, look at the problems going on in Philly. No, I think this might have to happen. For the Cowboys to be a significant player November 4th.
They got to win.
Cowboys win, Eagles lose.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, I think Jerry then goes, I might need a corner too.
Corner
And you might want to do some. Go to Cleveland, get the kid Ward. Put him back there. You might look at getting yourself an edge. Get the kid Phillips out of Miami. I know he's injury prone, but you don't have to give one or two up for him. You can always use the fact to go to Chris Greer, the GM of the Dolphins, who are on flamethrowers right now. Hey, look, give me the kid Phillips. He's in a fifth-year option right now. I'll give you a fourth and fifth for him. No, whoa, I want a second and third. He's a former first rounder. I'd go, yeah, he's fucking hurt the last 2 years. What do you want me to? I'm not giving you a 1-2 for a guy that's been missing ball games. But he might help. So I think the Cowboys have to win, and the Eagles have to lose to the Vikings.
Yep.
For them to be a significant player before November 4th. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. I appreciate those guys were absolutely sensational. Let's play some Bills here. Our friends at Morgan & Morgan, the number one injury law firm in all of America for a reason. You know what that is? These guys, without a doubt, they save lives.
All right, so there we had it. I'm getting a little piece of respect back, okay? If we could somehow beat the Commanders, Dallas Cowboy girl, what's up? Hey, how are you doing? Lovely Linda. What's up, Linda? How are you doing? Trey Smith, Hurts can't thy show. Why you say Hurts is limited? Linebacker, LB. Monique in the house. What's up, Monique? I'm getting back a little bit of respect, at least self-respect. If the Eagles were to lose to Minnesota and we find a way to win against the Commanders, man, that would go a long way to oh my God, that show would be so much fun to do. That's my dream. Okay. It may end up being that we both lose and the Commanders are the ones that are happy. So the Elite East looks suspect. The entire East looks Tommy Hale, you hit the nail on the head. All right, I got to go do some work. I got to go set a toilet and put up the sink and get this refrigerator upstairs. But I will be back in about an hour or two to get some more stuff with you guys. And we will see you soon. Don't forget about my guys with Sleeper.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code JOBRO. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
And don't forget to sign up now. You get that $20 bonus sign up. Do it today. The link is in the description. All right, you good people. As always, I appreciate everybody. And we're going to turn out the lights, and we'll see you later.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old.